A prisoner cannot escape the prison unless he knows that he's in prison. Hey, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another episode. Just want to show you guys what I'm doing today. I'm actually heading out to a job site. The guys are putting in some windows. So this is my first time ever meeting with these crew, these guys. So I'm hoping I can get some good footage for you. But if not, I'll just walk you through everything. But I texted the guy last night. It's pretty funny. Some people kind of gave me a heads up on him, but I texted the guy last night. He said he was kind of a jerk. He could either be a jerk or he could be, good to work with. But they say he's very, very knowledgeable about what he does, his craft. So looking forward to meet with him this morning and to see his crew, see how he works. But funny thing is, I texted the guy last night and I said, hey, I'm coming out meet with you today. Julian, gave him my name and everything. Just kind of see his quality of his work. And so I said, send me your address of your job. I said, I'll come by, take a look at things, see if we can maybe work together in the future. And he said no. so I got the kind of guy he was. He was obviously joking, but seems to be a great guy. He had tons of great referrals. People love him. Again, very knowledgeable. So I'm excited to see what he has to do, if we can work together in the future, or how it's going to be like for me working with him. And that kind of got me thinking. It kind of got me thinking for just in the business sense. How do we come to make a decision, the way we're going to act, the way we're going to be, and what we're going to commit to. And oftentimes, even myself, I find myself, sometimes wanting to revert back to what I used to know, to how I used to do things, to what I used to be. And it's tough because we all want to make changes, business-wise, health-wise, but it's not easy. And I think it's about being self-aware. If you know that when you walk into that kitchen, if you know you're going to open it up and going to want to eat something, we have to be aware enough to say, hey, I think I'm probably better throw the junk food out, right? If we know that we aren't good with money, chances are we should probably, have that money moving without us even realizing that it's there automatically, right? If we know that we don't commit, whether it's going to be relationship, business, if we want change, it's going to be uncomfortable. And this guy that I'm meeting with today, again, I know he's a great guy, but I want to work with him, see what he does. And because he didn't always have his business, I didn't always have my business. And if we want change, it first begins with you being self-aware, making a decision. We all have to make decisions in our life with what we want, and we got to commit. Committing is probably the most difficult part about making a decision. We can do it for a week, for a day, for 2-3 days, but when it comes to the longevity of it, that's where the majority of people tend to just fall short. And even me, I think I'm a pretty committed guy. I think I'm a pretty, consistent guy when it comes to things, but I also find myself wanting to revert back to the old way, to the old me. So things we were taught growing up, things we always seen, doesn't mean it's the right way. It just means that that's what we're conditioned to. Our environment taught us certain things. And, it's no knock on where we're from or anything, family, friends, but there's a different way to do things, different way to learn. I was listening to Bob Proctor recently passed away. Very, very, he's a legend in the self-help, self-development, paradigm shift space. And he said, if a baby's raised in a home where they only speak in one language, English or Spanish, then they're going to speak one language, their whole life. But if a baby's raised in a home where they're speaking 10 languages, guess what? The baby's going to speak 10 different languages because they have the capacity. They don't know any better, right? And because they don't know what they don't know, so they're going to adapt and begin to do things differently. So that really got me to years ago expand my mind. And one more interesting quote I've been, really focused on lately is, I'm gonna paraphrase here. I don't know the exact quote, but a person, I forgot the lady's name. She said, "A prisoner cannot escape the prison unless he knows that he's in prison. A prisoner cannot escape prison unless he knows he's in prison." Some of us are in a prison, so to say. We're in a prison, but we're used to being in a certain environment. We're used to seeing certain things a certain way. But if we knew there was a different way outside of that, then maybe we'll leave where we are. We'll leave our environment. But because we've been taught a certain way or do certain things a certain way, we don't know that we're in a prison. So we never leave. But if we were to expand, to read, to change our environment, change our friends, change what we think about, focus on daily, then maybe we'll be able to escape that prison, right? And so that's my thing this year. I have a huge income goal this year. I have a huge income goal this year. I'm really stretching myself. I'm really, deep diving and making myself uncomfortable income-wise. And I'm doing things that I probably don't want to do all the time. I don't want to travel. I don't want to do all these things, but I'm really stretching myself. So I'm gonna vlog this daily. I'm gonna come with a daily vlog if I can. But I want you guys to see, how uncomfortable it is for me. You can hear my GPS tell me where I gotta go. But again, as soon as I meet with this guy, I'm gonna show you his work if I can. If he allow, I don't want to make him uncomfortable, but I'm gonna try to get some footage on this thing and show how he goes and show how it goes. So see you guys soon. But if not, see you guys next video. All right, guys, so I'm back from the job site. Pretty small crew. There's 3 people. It was 1 man and 2 women. They do great work, as you can see from the photos and videos. But we talked, and he was very knowledgeable. Of course, I heard he was this entire time. So really down to earth guy, very straightforward, of course. But that was great work. We got to really talk about things, about how I like things done, how he likes to see orders and things done at the job site to look. So I learned a lot from him. Looking forward to working with him, honestly. He told me to call if I had any questions about anything. If I wasn't sure something was going to be measured or how he was going to install something or change windows out, anything out, call him. He's very personable. He actually trained his wife and his daughter how to do the work. So they were out, up on ladders, which you rarely see women, but that's really, really, great to see, more women in the industry. But great guy, learned a lot from him, and I'm excited to get the thing started and begin a relationship with him. So hope to bring you guys out on more job sites if I can record. Some of them don't like to be recorded, which I understand, but learned a lot, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much.